I'm Wally. And if you don't know me, you should. If you don't love me, you will. Why? Because I'm here to make your life better. I'm the conductor. We're going places. I'm the maestro. There's music to be made. I am the father of feather philosophy, but it's going to cost you a piece of your soul, so look me in my eyes. And let's begin. Today I'm just going to drop on you just three ways to start to try to change and fix life. Wally, why are you going to give me 3 ways to start to change and fix life? Because there's a lot of people out here who need a lot of help trying to change and fix life. So I'm just going to give you 3 ways to start trying to change and fix your life. Check this out. I'm going to make you the same promise that I like to make everybody. My promise is this. By the time it's all said and done with, you'll be one of 2 things. You'll either be educated or you'll be entertained. So listen to me drop this knowledge. This knowledge is so deep that the K had to speak up and say something. So let me drop this knowledge, and after I drop this knowledge, you'll see that I kept my promise. And then I'm going to ask you to keep a promise, just a little promise. But check this out. I'm going to give you 3 ways to start to try to change to fix your life. The first way to start to try to change to fix your life is knowledge. You got to know what's going on. You got to take an assessment of your life. Figure out what's going on. Wally, why do I have to take an assessment of my life and figure out what's going on? How are you going to try to fix if you don't even know what's broken? Everything might not even be broken. Some things might be working. So the first thing you have to do is sit down and take an honest inventory of your life and figure out what needs changing. If anything needs changing, more than likely something's going to need changing, because if nothing needed changing, then you know what? You probably wouldn't even be listening to me right now. But because you're still listening to me right now, you still understand that something in life probably needs to be tweaked a little bit. And you know what? This tweaking takes me to my second thing that you need to implement to start to try to fix life. What's the second thing you need to implement to start to try to fix life? Responsibility. I said it, responsibility. Baby, you got to understand, a large part of the reason that you are where you are, you did that. I know it hurts. And in a couple of my other videos, I explained to you that the reason you find where you are, most of it is not your fault. However, as soon as you identify that this isn't the trajectory or the path that I'd like to be on, at that moment, it does become your responsibility to do your best trying to get where you're trying to go. But for the most part, you've really just been playing the cards that you've been dealt the way that you've been told to play these cards. And you know what? Sometimes that's not always the best way, but that's okay. As soon as you understand that this thing is not going the way that you want it to go, that's when you, and I said number 2, had to take responsibility. So the first one was you got to get your knowledge up. You got to figure out what's going on, if anything that's going on that needs changing. The second one is responsibility, saying, you know what? Yeah, it's on me. This is my life. These are the things that I need to try to fix in my life so that I can have a better life. So you have to have knowledge. You have to take responsibility. And the third piece is the most critical piece. The third piece is where a lot of people fall down. Action. No, that was it. That was it. That's the third piece. Action. On your mark, get set, go. Action. And you know, action is one that I struggle with. I got the knowledge and I've taken the responsibility, but as an entrepreneur, as a business person, even just as a regular person, sometimes you get engaged in situations where you just don't quite know, and there's some hand-wringing, and once you get some hand-wringing, you get to having these feelings of insecurity, and once you get the hand-wringing and the feelings of insecurity, it can paralyze you from acting. It can paralyze you from doing the things that you need to do to get where you're trying to go. All I'm saying is, success is on the other side of that wall. How do I know success is on the other side of the wall? Because I told you, after you get the knowledge that you know what's going on, the second thing is you take responsibility for what's going on, and the third piece is action. Boom, boom, boom. You do all these things, you'll put yourself on a trajectory to fixing life. That is so nice. You're welcome. You should be using these. You should be understanding these. You should be trying to pick up what I'm putting down this morning. I know it's a whole lot of information, but it's not costing you anything. It's free 99 this morning. And free 99 information is always good information. That's not always true. While it's free 99 information is always good information. Because today, I'm telling you right now, if you want to change your life, the 3 things that you need to start trying to do to fix your life is 1, knowledge. You got to have knowledge about what's going on. And number 2, you got to take responsibility because it's nobody else's fault. And then once it gets to the end of this thing, you're the only person there standing there holding the bag. And number 3, action. After you know what direction you need to be going into, because the direction you might have been going into is not the best direction, you have to do something to change the trajectory that you're on. If you don't take action, if you don't change, if you don't do step number 3, that would have been step number 6. If you don't do step number 3, nothing will change. And if nothing changes, you keep getting the same results. Nothing changes, you keep getting the same results. You get discouraged. Nothing changes, you keep getting the same results. You get discouraged. Life sucks. But I just gave you the 3 ways to start to try to fix your life so life doesn't have to suck anymore. You're welcome. And when this thing started, I told you, I promised you that you'd be one of 2 things. You'd either be educated or you were entertained. And guess what? Me being me knowing me understanding me, guess what? You were both. Wally, was I both? Yes, you were both. You were both educated and entertained. And so, because Wally kept his promise, I need you to keep your promise. Wally, I didn't even make you a promise, but you're going to promise me this because I kept such a good promise like I always do. I just want you to share this or forward this or let somebody else get this information that you already know a whole lot more people need to know. Why? Because it's a whole lot of people I got to reach, and I can't reach them all. They're not on my timeline. But if we take who's on my timeline and we add it with who's on your timeline, eventually we'll be able to touch everybody. Wally, why are we trying to touch everybody? Because it's hard out here. It's hard out here. And people need a good word, a good word. And I'm going to say this and then I'm gone. It's working. It's working. Wally, how do you know it's working? Because I took a phone call yesterday and this guy said, I was depressed, but my uncle shared one of your videos with me. And now I feel a whole lot better because I know what direction I'm going in. I was like, oh my God. And so I keep telling y'all, it's not for me. It's not for me. It's not for me. I know this information. So if you watch this and you got some value from it, comment down at the bottom, #value, and then share it. Then forward it. Why? Because it might not be for you. It might be for somebody else who might be afraid to ask